hanging in there with me. We're ready to go. And I will introduce myself. Nicole and I will introduce ourselves. And we're just so excited to have you guys on with us. Just to hear about why Plexus, why now, what is this, what are y'all doing? Because this is a passion of ours. And if you're on here, somebody that you know is passionate about Plexus, and you might be just even a little bit curious. Maybe you do try to keep your income options open. You're an open-minded person, so you're willing to at least just look at it, just look into this, look at what this actually is. So I'm Natalie Dolan. I'm a Sapphire brand ambassador with Plexus. And this is Nicole. Nicole, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I am Nicole Mireles, and I am a Ruby ambassador with Plexus. Do you want to just go ahead and tell your story, Natalie?
Yeah, I'll open this up, and we want to just share a little bit about our stories and just share with you really what it takes to be successful doing this, what this really looks like, and why we're into something like this. I find that this industry and what we do has a lot of misconceptions and a lot of confusion about what this is. So I have been with the company for 6 years. Okay. So 6 years ago, I started the products, maybe 6.5 years ago, I started the products. And I just wanted to feel better. I'm a mom to 3 boys, and we're a military family. And I found myself just being in a place where I knew my health needed help. And so after my 3rd son, I started taking the products. And after the first week, I knew these products worked. Within the first month, my belief in these products of taking a full health bundle, the triplex combo, which is the foundational combo that most people start off with, at least in some fashion. And I started to really connect the dots about what this would be, right? So I found myself really, being a stay-at-home mom. I was in college, I was working, I was knocking out prereqs. I wanted to pursue dental hygiene. And so I was having babies and going to college, like in person, back when college was in person. And it was very challenging. And I had decided that dental hygiene was smart. It was practical. It would fit into my lifestyle if I wanted to be part-time, good enough money. It was just kind of a good enough option for me. Right. And so once I started this, I started seeing other people that I knew and were similar to me in similar seasons doing extremely well. And I started to think, wow, this is different than some of the other companies that I've seen out there. This is just different. And I think maybe I said I would never do this, but if I did, it would be Plexus. I actually said I would never do network marketing, but if I did, it would be Plexus. So once I had strong belief in the products, which we'll talk about in a minute, I decided to pray about it. And, is this something I should do? And through that confirmation, I decided to go for it. I posted what I was experiencing, and lo and behold, I stumbled into an accidental business because I found out all the people I knew that needed these products desperately, just like I did. So there was this really big part of me that felt like my gifts and talents were being untapped. There was this big part of me that knew there was something in there that maybe could be excavated, and maybe I could do something great. Right. And I just needed that for my season of life. Having 3 young kids, I just needed something to pursue and grow and be successful at on my own. Apart from motherhood, apart from being a wife, apart from all of that, I wanted more. Right. So my first goal was to get my family off of WIC. WIC it's kind of a step down from what do they call it? Like EBT welfare. And it was super common in my community of military wives. You know, we were all doing it, but it was 5 years later that I was still on WIC. And I started to really just want more for my family. I didn't want to go and get on government assistance. I didn't want to use that anymore. It was such a blessing during that time, but it was time for me to move. It was time for me to move on. And I knew that I could do that while being a stay-at-home mom on my own time when my husband was gone constantly. Being a military family, he was out, so I was solo parenting quite a bit, especially in that season. I started my business, as a matter of fact, when my husband was gone for 3 months straight with zero contact, could not call. We didn't speak for 3 months. And when he came home, I had this business. And so you guys, I got my family off of WIC the next month after I started sharing. That was massive. I decided I'm never going to go back there. I'm never going to do this again. I'm going to pursue this. And I'm never going back. I took a picture of the front of the building and I still have that picture. I have that picture saved back from 2016 and I never went back. Okay. So that was huge. Then I got my products paid. I got my products covered, and that was a good goal. And then I started thinking bigger. I started learning about what this is. And after that, I was making an extra $500 a month, which was transformative for my family because we were living paycheck to paycheck. Groceries were a struggle. So everything else was a struggle. We had to say no a lot. We had to say no to birthday parties. We had to say no to vacations. We had to say no to oil changes. Like, we can't get our oil change this month. And we were budgeting. We were Dave Ramsey cash. Like, we were to the T because we had to. That's what we had to do. And so extra $500 was transformative for my family. So we could go out to eat. I could buy myself a shirt at Target. It brought us so much freedom. And for a lot of families, an extra $500 a month is massive. Then it started just to continue to grow because these products work and people want good health and they want more finances. So then it was an extra $1,000 a month, an extra $2,000 a month. I was having a full-time income working Plexus from my phone. It was wild to me. And I stopped going to college because I started pursuing Plexus full-time. And that, you guys, turned into a 6-figure annual income. That's 10 figures a month for my family, which, I mean, just thinking about it makes me hot. I just transferred my paycheck and I still cannot believe this opportunity. And I still can't understand why more people aren't doing it. And why more people aren't doing it is simply because they don't understand what this is and what this really could be. I'm not a special person with any experience. I'm just somebody who decided to be successful. I drew my line in the sand and I said, okay, I'm going to do this until it works. And I just trusted the process, and it does work when you work your business that way. So that is my story. And hands down, one of the biggest blessings of my life. And that's just the financial aspect. That's not mentioning the community. That's not mentioning the personal growth and the travel and how fun it is and how fulfilling it is. That's just the finances, which is awesome. But what's even better than that is waking up every single day excited about my job, excited about what I'm doing with my life and how I'm impacting others. So that's my story. Nicole, share a little bit about your story for us.
So good, Nat. I could listen to your story over and over again. It's so powerful. I just love seeing it because you're my actual friend in real life. So super cool. I always love listening to your story. But I am Nicole Mireles. I am a military spouse as well. I have 2 children. I have been a stay-at-home mom since I've had my children. I raised my kids at home. I didn't have an extra job. Kind of just went with wherever the military took us. And that was first at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and that's where Natalie and I met and became really good friends. And so I'm really grateful for the military experience because some of my very best friends have come from that. Also, so now we're living in Washington State. We PCS'd here in 2019. And at that time, my kids were grade school age. And so they were getting into grade school. And so I'm thinking, wow, I have all this time on my hands. What the heck am I going to do? And me and my husband were like, okay, we definitely need like a second source of income. So we started looking for jobs for me. And I found a job and I was actually a gymnastics coach for a year until the pandemic hit. And then the pandemic hit and I lost my job. And in that same year, my husband and I experienced a miscarriage. And from that point on, my health just progressively got worse. I had been battling a 15-year long IBS battle, which caused all sorts of other health issues within me with headaches and mental health issues and things of that nature. And so it was just progressively getting worse in 2020. And so that was when I knew I needed to do something. And I reached out to Natalie and we got started on the products. And like she said, even in that first week for me, I experienced change that I was shocked, honestly. I mean, for anybody out there, there's no TMI with gut health business, by the way, but for anybody out there who suffers from IBS-C and has that relief, it's life changing. It's the quality of my life was progressively enhancing. And so with COVID happening and me being a stay-at-home mom again, teaching my kids, becoming a teacher to my kids at home, I was like, okay, I saw the vision. I saw the vision for Plexus, and I'm saying, if these products are helping me so much, I want my friends and family to experience the same change in their health. And so why not share? Because my belief was so solid in these products. So I started sharing a little bit, and lo and behold, once the world kind of opened up again, I was offered a teaching job. And so I taught pre-K, which was really such a joy. I love kids so much. So I did that for almost a year until my income with Plexus um, capped out my teaching salary. And so I stepped away from teaching to pursue Plexus full time, which, you guys, it was a huge bet on myself. Okay. And I'll tell you one thing, I didn't have a lot of belief in myself. I had belief in the products, but not a lot of belief in myself. I had no education in business, no degrees. I mean, I just did it because I felt God calling me here for such a time as this. And I said, okay, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to do the things. And, you know, I'm seeing and witnessing my friend, like my actual friend, multiple friends actually, in this business excelling and succeeding. I knew that this was different. I knew that there was something different about Plexus, and there is. And I believe that that's the products. And so, Natalie, if you want to go into more about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So we want to share with you just the 3 different areas that you need to take a look at and evaluate to see if this is something for you, right? If this is a good fit for you, and if this is something you can develop. And the root of being successful in this business is belief. So first of all, belief in the products is everything. What I can say about the products, it's changed both Nicole and I's quality of life, and hundreds of others, thousands of others, just around us and our team, all of that. But these products, I started to see these products are best in class. Clean ingredients, clean sources. These are for the masses. This isn't, they are consumable products, so something that people continuously come back and buy month after month. And really, at the end of the day, they are root level healing products. And so they get to the root and they heal. So they address blood sugar balance, gut health, inflammation, nutrition deficiencies, and they it's just science. So when you look at it, there's just no arguing with it. It is science. These products really do work if you take them properly for long enough and you're consistent, they work. So I started to see that. It wasn't like other companies where you're selling somebody a product one time and that's it. And then you never see them again and you have to hustle and you have to hustle. What we have is residual income and people continuously ordering month after month after month. And so you continuously grow your income month after month after month. It's not like major highs and lows and good month, bad month. It's continual growth. And so that's how, you can bet on, you can budget what you're going to make. It's pretty predictable. So belief in these products are key. And maybe you're not even on the products yet, but we have thousands of testimonies where you can read people's, like you do on Amazon. You go to Amazon and you read the reviews of whatever you're about to buy. We have groups with all of our stories in it. This is how Plexus changed my life. And so that's how you can build your belief in the products, even as you continue to take them. So that is really, really key to being successful, but anybody can get the belief if you're willing to look into it. The more I listen to podcasts about health, the more I read books about health, the more my belief grows because I can see holistic health. You are always going to hear people talking about people, functional medicine doctors, all of that, people who actually get people healthy. They talk about gut health. They talk about inflammation. They talk about blood sugar balance. They talk about nutritional deficiencies. And that's what we have to offer people. And so it's really beautiful.
It really is. And, I think back to when I started my journey, and I think gut health now, people know more about it. And even if you don't know about it, it's talked about way more often than it was 4 or 5 years ago, because the pandemic had introduced people to being like, wow, I really need to take a hold of my health. I really want to start, people start being way more health conscious. And whether you're healthy or you're unhealthy, supplementation is like necessary, because our food is depleted. The soil that they grow our food in is depleted. Things aren't the way they used to be. And so filling those nutritional gaps is so important. I didn't know what inflammation really was. I'm like, how does that affect me? But really it's a silent killer, you guys. Like the inflammation in your body, the pain in your joints and everything. And it's all linked. There's all one root, and it's gut health. And so this day and age, you have to supplement your health so you don't suffer long term. And that's what this is preventative. And we say, prevention over prescription all day, every day. And like you were saying, to build your belief, whatever you're suffering from or suffering with, if you would just do some research and see the correlation that gut health has on it, 99.9% of the time, your symptoms could be handled and dealt with simply caring more for your gut. And so I think right now, now more than ever is the best time to be a part of what we have going on at Plexus, because we are, like you said, we're catering to the masses. It has, whether you're male, female, young, old, Plexus has something for you. And it's wholeness, health, wellness, and financial. It's a win-win in every situation. And so I'm just so grateful that I said yes to it, and then yes, the opportunity as well. So
it's funny because I thought that I was healthy.
yeah,
I really thought I was healthy. I started the products at 26 and I thought that I was healthy because I didn't have a disease name. When I went to the doctor, I didn't check off any diseases. They weren't asking me, hey, do you get headaches? How's your skin?
right.
Do you have joint pain? Do you have stomach aches? Do you have how's your hormones? Like nothing like that. It was just like, do you have heart disease? Like, no, I don't. I don't have, so I thought I was healthy. But all of my normal symptoms were just because they're common doesn't mean it's normal. You don't have to experience headaches and stomach
Totally.
aches and skin issues and digestive issues and hormone issues, all the things that I experienced. I never knew how good I felt. After Plexus, it was the best I'd ever felt in my whole life because I had stomach aches my entire life. So,
Hmm.
with that being said, the next area that you have to believe in is belief in network marketing. And I know that's kind of like a taboo word almost, like network marketing, but honestly, I'm so proud to be a part of this industry because of all the lives that I've seen impacted by this equal opportunity. And really what it is it's brand partnership. It's common. We are on social media. We see influencers representing a brand, partnering with this brand, partnering with that brand, doing the most and not making nearly what you can make, and not having the impact that you can have with what we do with network marketing. We just chose one brand that we fell in love with and went all in with and learned about. We know the ingredients. We know what's in this stuff. We know the president. We know we've met the president of and the CEO, and we know the morals, and we know that the company is debt free, and we know all of these things, and we've gone all in with it. And so it's no longer the way of the future, it's the way of the present. Network marketing and e-commerce, I don't know if you've noticed, since 2020 has skyrocketed. My business has quadrupled since 2020 because working from home is normal now. Zoom calls, YouTube, all of this is so normal for people now, which has really opened up people's minds in a really beautiful way. Um, of course, there's people who think it's a lottery ticket, which it isn't. It is not a lottery ticket. It's for people who want to be professional. If you want to really serve people, this is a people helping people business. And so people who really want to help people are the people who excel in this business. And so I like to equate it to, yes, of course, there were some companies that are, not great, or some people who do this business who are not, professional or come off the wrong way or whatever. But it's like going to restaurants. We've all been to a bad restaurant where the service was not good, the atmosphere was not good, the food was not good, and we didn't stop going to restaurants because we went to one bad one. We went to a new one, found a new restaurant where the service was great, the atmosphere was awesome, the food was amazing, all of that. And that is what we have here with Plexus, because Plexus is top 30, in the top 30 of the top fastest growing direct selling companies in the world, not just the United States, in the entire world. And we're, again, like I said, we're debt free. We're backed by Morgan Stanley. We are a faith-based company, high integrity, high growth. We're not going anywhere. This isn't a fly by night company. It's not a trend. Gut health is not a trend, and it's not going anywhere. And neither is Plexus. Within the next 5 years, Plexus will be a household name, much like Mary Kay or some other network marketing companies that we all know of. Okay. And so that's why Plexus right now, because we're massively growing, and what we have to offer is just incredible. The training, the systems, it's top notch.
Absolutely. And in the spirit of all honesty here, I think we can all say at one point in time, we had dogged network marketing and say, that's not for me. That may be for her, but that's definitely not something that I would ever do, or X, Y, and Z. And I can say that I was there too. But all it takes is an open mind to see a little bit further into what this truly, truly is. And I'm going to share a little story because when I lost my job because of COVID, I again was connected with my friends via social media, and I'm seeing them thrive in their businesses. And matter of fact, we just got back from the Plexus convention, and I was asking some other people. I said, "When was the best time for your business?" And 99% of them said COVID. When COVID happened, when the pandemic happened, my business shot up. And I'm thinking, wow, I lost my job. My job security, that whole job security slogan was just shaken to me because it's not a real thing. And seeing network marketing take off, I mean, there are businesses now that are doing this, that are transitioning to network marketing because they're being relatable to the times. People are getting HelloFresh dinners delivered to their front door. They're getting, all these things via subscription, through the mail to stay relevant. And so that was really eye opening to me. And when I looked a little bit further into this and what this could mean for me and for my friends who said yes to this, and the people that I love that say yes to this, it's work from anywhere. I was just at the lake with my husband last weekend, and I'm working a little bit. It's not taking away from my family time, but I get to work at my whenever I want to, and my family supports me and loves me through that. So it's such a blessing. You get to create your own schedule. There's low cost entry, y'all. $9.95 to start up your own business with Plexus. And I'm going to touch on that in a second, but you get to choose who you work with, the residual income possibilities, and personal growth. And y'all, the list just really goes on. And so I just encourage you to take the time to just open your mind to this and do some research and really see what network marketing has to offer you, because it's so valuable. So like I said, you get to start up when you join and you become a VIP customer with Plexus for $9.95. You automatically get a referral link. Now, this link is not an obligation for you to sell, but if you want it to be a full-blown business, that's what you have in front of you for $9.95. And so with that comes a customer service line, shipping department, research and design, products that you don't have to create yourself. It's all online. There's no parties. There's no, inventory in my garage that I have to sell. It's all online. We just are brand representatives, and Plexus, the company, does the rest for us. And it's such a beautiful thing. $9.95. I mean, I don't think there's with inflation, I don't think there's anything less than $9.95 anymore. That's the truth right there. But and then, all the legwork, you don't have to do much legwork, but what you do have to have is the willingness to do this. You have to be self-driven, and man, it's just an amazing opportunity. I don't know if you want to talk about anything about the company in itself when you sign up.
Yeah. I mean, well, it just gives people an opportunity to do something great. Somebody I wouldn't have, I had a newborn. I wasn't going to go and build a brick and mortar business. It gives people the opportunity to do something great while making money immediately, turning profit immediately, not going into debt. It's if you want the career, you can run with it. And what's amazing is you can condense a 30-year career into 2 to 6 years. If you want to run really fast, you can knock that out in a couple of years. What you put in is what you get out. If you want to get promoted, you get promoted. I was just talking to my husband about this, who's military, and he's talking about his next rank, and his rank that he follows is he can't get it until a certain amount of years, and the list and the qualifications, and it doesn't really matter how hard he works right now, which is very hard. He's not going to get promoted until he hits, this specific amount on the list and the years and all of that. And I was just saying, with my next promotion, the harder I work, the faster that promotion is gonna come. uh and that's the amazing part, and that's really what our economy is transitioning to. What you put in is what you get out. And that's something that I even teach my kids, like, there's commission opportunities for you here right at home. If you want to work for it, you can. If you want to work a little extra, you can get a little extra. If you don't, you're not going to get it. And that's really how it is. So with that being said, network marketing really, really is an incredible opportunity if you want to run with it. But lastly, the last thing you really need to believe in, and this is probably the most important, is you need to believe in yourself. And this is kind of tricky because maybe you're on here and you have so much doubt, right? And what I want to say is doubt is belief. Faith is belief and doubt is belief. It's just choosing what side to believe in. So you can believe in your potential or you can believe in your lack. And the thing about it is, we all know our lack, right? And so whoever got with you and invited you to this, or said, hey, maybe you should do this, I think you would be good, ask them why do you think I would be good, if they haven't already told you. Because Nicole, she didn't believe in herself. When I saw Nicole, I knew I just knew that Nicole could be successful at this. I saw so many things in her. I saw her going to the gym and being consistent and putting that effort into her home and being a mom. And there were just so many things about her that I could see, but Nicole couldn't see in herself. And so what's so powerful and what is such a gift in this industry is you get paid to believe in others and call out other people's potential, strengths, giftings, and they become greater because of it. If they choose to believe you and step into that, they can soar and you get to have a hand in that. And that's one of the most beautiful things. And it's so simple, just believing in others. But you can also just start believing in yourself. Even if you don't have somebody really calling out those strengths, you can choose to believe in yourself. What this industry is personal growth with a compensation plan. And so you really get paid to pour into yourself. And at first, you're probably going to have doubts. I had doubts. We all had doubts. But you build that confidence in yourself by just keeping promises to yourself. You say, hey, I'm gonna post, I'm going to talk to some people today, and then you honor that promise that you make to yourself. That produces self-confidence, and that produces belief in yourself. And you start to think, hey, I did that, and I can keep on doing that. And so and little by little you will build belief in yourself. I look at who I was 6 years ago compared to who I am now. I would have never been caught dead on video. I couldn't even manage my time. And now I've got that stuff down because I grew and I decided to believe in myself little by little. You don't start off right here on video. You start off, making a post and just sending it out and being afraid to do that and being afraid of what other people might think. And then you grow out of that. And so yeah, that's believing in yourself is doable if you choose to step into that. And I have seen so many different kinds of people. The choice is yours to believe in yourself or not.
Absolutely. You kind of shared a little bit about me and my journey, but I didn't believe in myself. I rode on your belief in me for months. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was probably my senior gold promotion that I really started to believe in my God-given gifts and my capabilities and my in myself. And so it's really empowering to not only start believing in yourself, but being around women who will call that out in you. And I think that's the biggest thing that has blessed me personally with this community of women is we're all like-minded. We're all cheering for each other. It's not competitive. It's we want to see each other win, because when we win, you win. When you win, I win. It's such a beautiful it's such a beautiful culture. And being a military wife, you know, and moving and having to rebuild community can be really exhausting. Or for anybody that moves, you know what it's like to have to rebuild community, and you don't have to do that. This goes with me everywhere I go. And so my community is a part of what I do daily, and it's such a blessing. And like you said, it's really the ultimate gift to give to somebody else, to call those things out in them, that because we see ourselves so differently than the world sees us. And sometimes we can be our own worst critic. And so when somebody else shines light on the God-given ability and talents and potential you have, so it changes you. And you really start to believe that the things that were once impossible are now possible for you, because you've got God on your side, and you've got these group of women cheering you on. And it's so empowering and so impactful, and it's enhanced my quality of life all around. I mean, from the products to the business to the community. And it's just been such a blessing. So really, you're in this business for yourself, but you're not in it by yourself. And so it's on the job training. Whoever you decide to join with, they are with you to guide you, help you with wording, help you. You can screenshot me, Natalie, whoever you join, and say, hey, what do I say to her? And then here we are, just on the job training, boom, back and forth. You learn, and then you earn. You learn as you earn as you learn, we say. And so it's not, like Natalie said, it's not all this at once. There's stepping stones, but every step of the way is a breakthrough to more that God has for you, more abundance, more giving, more community. And it's truly, truly just such a gift, such a blessing.
It really is. And we didn't even go into all the fun that we have, all
Oh
the
my God.
trips, all the prizes,
Yeah.
all the incentives, the MacBook I'm on right now, Plexus gave to me. You know, it's always new. It's always exciting. And we're always traveling and getting to go on these awesome work trips, free trips. Plexus sends me to Hawaii every year for free. The free Lexuses, we didn't even go into all of that. There is so much more. But what we find is just really going to the heart of what this is, and letting you really examine yourself and really say, hey, I think I am hungry for more. I think God has more for me and for my life and for the impact that I have on others. And so I would encourage you to reach out to whoever sent this to you and just say, ask them more. Tell them what's holding you back. Tell them what's in the back of your mind, why you don't think this might work, or whatever it is, or whatever concerns you have. And what I want to leave you with is we all want to live a fulfilled life. And I was listening to a podcast recently, and Tony Robbins said, the most fulfilled people are those who are growing and those who are giving. And that is exactly what we have here. We are always growing. We're always cheering each other on. We are always lifting each other up. And we are always giving. We're serving one another. We're helping people along the way. We're encouraging people. We're getting people started on the products. And it truly is a fulfilling, passion, purpose-filled life to go all in with this. And so that's what I would encourage you to do. Just go all in, be brave, and take a leap of faith. And we're here to talk to you and guide you, because our team is second to none. Our team has just something very special for you. So thank you guys so much for joining. God bless you guys. We're happy that you gave us your time this evening, and hope to talk to y'all soon.